Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome to this episode of Rock Talk with Rick. Hanging out in the new King of the Attic studio with Psalmist Davey.
Yes.
How you doing?
Excellent.
Good. So what's up with you these days?
Well, you know what? Let's back up a little bit and I'll give you a bit of background of how this all got started.
Okay, here, you want me to move on to this seat then?
How? You know what? You feel free to be wherever you like.
Okay.
Well, you know what? When I was I'd say about 20 years old, I could play guitar a little bit. You know, I knew my G chord and C chord and D chord and all those kind of chords, but I didn't even know how to string them together.
Really?
Yeah, to put a 3-song chord progression together, I don't know what comes next, you know?
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
yeah.
it's G. Okay, yeah. So, obviously, pretty useless as a musician, but shortly after I started going to church, it was only like a week or two, going to a little small apostolic church, and as I walked in, like I said, it was only there once or twice before, this little old lady, probably 80 years old, walked by me and passed by. I'd never seen her before. She spun around and grabbed me and says, You are going to go around the world. You are going to play music. You are going to sing. You are going to do incredible things all over the world.
Really?
Now, I had no idea who this lady was or what she was doing. I'd never heard of anything like this before, but I found out afterwards that she prophesied over me. And at first, I thought that was kind of crazy because, as I said, I wasn't a musician.
Yeah.
But the very next week, the pastor came up to me and says, I need a drummer. Play. He stuck sticks in my guts and he wouldn't take no for an answer.
Really?
Just get up there. And I didn't want to do it because I figured it was going to take my attention away from being able to praise him, right?
Yes.
But I found when I was up there and playing, man, I could get so lost in it and just enter in and wow, I get lost in it again. Open my eyes. Oh, I'm playing. Oh yeah, concentrate on this, right? And then it just went on from there. Guitar just bang, started coming really easily. From there, I played banjo, mandolin, harmonica, keyboards, guitars, you name it. Every instrument I pick up, it just comes now, right?
Wow.
So I've been playing for over 30 years.
And this is all gospel music you're doing?
I just play gospel music.
Okay. Original or?
I do, you know what? You know how it's like. If you play nothing but originals, you'll lose them.
That's right.
But when you throw in the songs they're familiar with,
That's
boy,
right.
do they ever enter in, right?
Yes.
But when I do an old hymn or a song that they're familiar with, I dress it up hard so it's driving, and I literally have people that don't even know gospel songs dancing in the streets and stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah, very cool.
No, which church do you usually?
Unfortunately, I don't attend a church.
Okay.
I did pastor a church for 2 years when they were all closed down from COVID.
Okay.
And after they opened up again, I said, well, you can go elsewhere now, right? And so I'm taking a break and just concentrating on my own
Just
stuff.
doing your own thing.
But fortunately, believe it or not, that lady who prophesied over me was right. I've been to every continent in the world and almost every major city in them to either play or preach or teach in them.
That's insane, dude.
It came to pass.
That's
I know, especially from my background of not even being able to do this until I was in my 20s. That's
because you thought because when she did this, you probably thought, wow, she's got to be out there,
yep,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah, you probably this is nuts.
I had no idea. What is she doing? Who is this? What are you
Yes.
talking about?
That's
You're out in left field kind
yes,
of thing.
yes.
But it all just really came together. And so from there, backing up a little bit, it was about 10 years after she did that, my very first recording that I did was entered and won the highest award you could win in all of Canada for Best Gospel Album of the Year.
Really?
That was 1991.
Really. And what was the name of the album?
It was called In the Palm of His Hand.
Okay.
And so from there, that opened up lots of opportunities. I was getting a lot of offers just to come. And so another thing that is amazing is I've preached or sang or taught in every major denomination that you can mention, including Jewish synagogues.
That's insane.
That's impossible.
Yeah, really.
You know, I mean, especially now, if
Yes.
you try to go into a church, they're going to take one look at you. What are your doctrines? What are your beliefs? Who do you associate with? Blah, blah,
It's
blah.
bad,
And
yes.
if you're not 100% in line with their doctrines and everything, you're never going to get a foot in.
Right.
But here they asked me to come in anyways.
So are you gigging? Are you doing shows or?
You know, again, we have been in that place since COVID. Boy, things really clamped up hard. For me, they've never opened up again. The churches have really unfortunately, they embraced the lockdown more than most normal people. It's sad to
Everything's
say.
still pretty slow.
It's really hard to believe, and they've never recovered.
No.
You know, when they made it so only 5 people could attend, when they lifted it, everyone said, you know, we're used to not going, so we won't bother anymore.
And that's what happens, right?
And unfortunately, so many churches are boarded up, closed, and sold, and that's it, they're done.
It's a shame.
It is, but in another way, oh well, we go on to the
That's-
next level, right?
That's right. No, that's life, and we move on the best way we can.
So 10 years after winning the Best Gospel Album of the Year for all of Canada, I entered the Canadian Songwriting Competition, and I did come in the top 10. And that was a really excellent competition as well.
Is that for gospel?
It was for anything.
Anything, okay.
So even to do that was pretty cool.
Yes, because
Now last year, I entered the Create Niagara original song, and you had 48 hours to write a song, and I nailed one out, one of the best songs I've ever done, and came in second. The guys who took it first place, they were complete professionals. They sent in a professionally done video, the whole
Studio,
thing, where
everything,
mine
yes.
was just sitting in front of my computer doing an acoustic guitar and singing, right? So I could understand. I mean, their production, everything was just top notch.
That's insane.
So that was another great competition that opened up a lot of venues. So similarly, I get asked a lot to help out whenever they're doing homeless drives, you know, feeding. The last
And
one I
that's
did.
good.
Yeah, there was 60 people that actually came out to get clothes or food or whatever they were doing. And here I am ripping it out on the gospel music, you know, and yeah, they're just grooving away and singing, and just, it was a really fantastic
So what's your
thing.
plans for this summer?
This summer, believe it or not, I really feel strongly led. It's not going to be anything big and major, but I am going to be inundating Niagara Falls, the bus terminal, the train station, and I'm just going to be busking outdoors and sharing and spitting it out hard, giving the message if they want to hear it, and they're going to be hearing gospel music.
So there
and
you go.
It's going to be ripping. So that's the deal. And fortunately, I'm going to be doing a video here soon, because I've tried to do it a couple times. I've never been impressed with the results, and I won't put out something
Oh, you're
that's
gonna come
less
here.
than stellar. Exactly.
Oh, geez,
you
okay.
guys do it up, man. It's like impressive.
3 cameras, light
Absolutely.
show, everything.
All the equipment, you got it going on.
Yes,
so,
well.
so just showing up here, seeing what you got, it was an answer to prayer, because I've been looking for something for over half a year
Yeah.
of where I'm going to record and
And you
do a
can have
video.
a small crowd in here if you want.
This is awesome. So
Yeah.
this is a priority.
Anybody you want to say, you know, you want to shout out to,
I want to say,
thank you to, hello, hey, how you doing? Whatever, give me a gig, whatever.
yeah, you know, I'm always open to playing any gigs anywhere, doing the thing that most people are open to it. And, you know, I got no problem. I mean, I am pretty open-minded when it comes to things. You get a lot of believers that say, if you drink, you're going to hell. If you do this, you're going to... Come on, that's not how it works.
We're
you know?
human.
And not just that, but we have 10 laws that we're supposed to follow. Those are what you're supposed to follow, and nobody's following those.
Nope.
So, unfortunately, those are what you're going to get judged by, the 10 commandments. When it's all said and done, you're going to stand and you're going to explain why you didn't. And if your excuse is not good enough, that wouldn't be a good place to be.
No.
So I'm going to make sure that they're going to hear and they're going to know, and then they make their decision. But right now, nobody's saying that. You know what they're saying? Send me money and I'll bless you. No. That's not how it works.
No, I
you
know.
received freely, give freely.
That's it. You know, I want to say thank you for coming on.
Oh,
You're-
my pleasure.
I hope this summer goes good for you. If I see you out there busking, definitely I'll help
no.
you out.
You know what? It's not about the money. I won't even have something.
But you're
for
going to
them.
give it away.
That's right. If anyone demands that they're going to... I'll just mention one other thing. You know what? I did a concert out in Alberta some
Okay.
years ago, and a guy came up to me, gave me a golden handshake. I looked, $1,000.
Really?
And I said, gentlemen, you know, what are you doing here? He says, you know what? I've been blessed. I got lots. I want to give what I can to those who I think want it and who can do something good with it.
That's fabulous.
Oh man, so $1,000 tip, yeah, that's how he works. That's my Heavenly Father.
I need $1,000. Anyway, get Psalmist Davey on an interview in a few weeks. You'll see this interview. If you see him out this summer in the falls, right?
Yeah.
Go say hi.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go up to him and say, hey, brother, how you doing?
Yes,
Right?
yes.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thanks, Rick.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, you too.
Good night.
Blessings.